Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavane Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavane. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Shishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tam Todakam Vartikakaramanyaan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Namah Shri Shankarananda Gurupadambujanmani Savilasa Mahamoha Grahagraseka Karmani. We completed 3 chapters of Panchadashi. The previous chapter was Panchakosha Viveka Prakaranam. Panchakosha. Panchakosha is 5 sheets. Sometimes when you are too cold, you put 5 sheets on you to sleep. It is said our body is the outermost sheet. Then comes prana, then manaha, then vijnanamaya kosha, and anand. And it is said that Atman is hidden behind all these 5. Is it afraid? It is not afraid. It is not feeling lonely. It is hidden in the sense it is that which illumines all other 5. Like if you take any tree, life of the tree you will never find in anything. It's not in the leaves. It's not in the branches. It is not in the stem. It is not in the trunk. It is not in the fruits. It is not in the flower. Where is it? We say the tree is alive, hidden. Hidden here does not mean it's afraid. Hidden means not comprehensible. So in the previous chapter, the explanation is given how through eliminating these 5 sheets as not me, not me, not me, one comes to realize what is that which is enlivening all the 5. Now the question is, if it is in me and if it is in you, in everyone, it must be many of them. Many of them. Each one has got one Atman. That's why in Hindi it's Atmi. Atmi kaun hai? Jiske paas Atman hai. Atmi. But that is not what we are talking about here. In this particular chapter, the broad division is between Jiva and Ishvara. Can you reduce the little? Jiva and he is doing it. He has control of Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti. The world is not created by you and me. But the problem is created by you and all of us. Jiva Srishti is what we think, what we feel, what we do, what we plan, what we want, what we desire. This is Jiva Srishti. This physical body is also Ishvara Srishti. This body is Deho Devalaya Proktaha. This physical body is Devasya Alaya. But in this Devalaya, in this very abode of the Lord, remains a Jiva, individual self, which is none other than the subtle body, which filled with emotional thoughts, etc. Creates its own world. Is it not true? Each one of us are living in our own world. Our own thoughts, our own emotions, our own priorities, our own wants. And nobody has entry into it. Why we don't allow anybody else to enter? When it is pleasant, we allow everybody to enter. But we don't otherwise allow anybody. Because it is my own world. My own thought world. Thank God nobody knows that. If you know what I'm thinking about you. So Jiva Srishti is the one which is causing the bondage. Whereas Ishvara Srishti does not create any bondage. Now, so this is to be understood. What needs to be recognized and what needs to be rejected. Now you see the first verse itself, it begins with that. Ishwarenapi jivena srishtam dvaitam vivichyate viveke sati jivena Eyo bandhasputi bhavet Ishwarenapi jivena srishtam dvaitam vivichyate viveke sati jivena eyo bandhasputi bhavet. Ishwarena by the Lord, Jivena by the individual self, Srishtam created, Dvaitam this duality, Vivichyate to be discriminated, differentiated, which in Sanskrit is to divide. Which? See English word, which? You want this or that? Which? Sanskrit word. Vivekam kuryat. Vivichyate. Viveke sati. If you do that kind of differentiation, jivena, by the jiva, heya, to be given up. What is to be given up? Sputi bhave, clear. What is to be given up by us, jivas, is very clear. So many of us would say, Swamiji, I want to, be free of things, but I do not know what to give up. Huh? So first thing, we start with what we don't like. Right? What we don't like, we give up very easily. Vedanta class. between Vedanta class and any other thing, first thing gets sacrificed. आज नहीं जाना है, मूड नहीं है. एक ज्ञान के लिए मूड होना चाहिए, मूड के लिए मूड होना चाहिए. ज्ञान के लिए मूड का आवश्यक. There is no need for you to move to learn. If you want to see a movie, you don't have a mood for that. Okay, understood. But jnana ke liye, knowledge. So, Ishwarena api, jivena. Api here should not be also, it should be and. Ishvara and Jiva have created this world srishtam. So, Ishwarena karana upadi kena. Antaryamina. He has karana upadi. Whereas Jiva has karya upadi. Let me explain that part. Karana upadi panchabhutas. Maya. Maya is a karya upadi. Whereas karya upadi means effective, that which has come into effect. This physical body is karya, panchabodha is karana. Prakriti is karana. Prakriti is the cause. So here he says, Ishwarena karana upadikena antaryamina jivena vikarya upadikena aham pratyayena cha srishtam utpaditam. Physical body, we have been given, this is the karya, effect of Panchabhutas. Correct. Now, this physical body also is only a place of abiding the self. The individual remains in this physical body. Again, the physical body is not cause of a problem by itself. The way we think, aham pratyayena, that's what he said. Just by the tadatmya, this is me. Then alone, jiva sriti starts. When you are sleeping, are you giving any trouble to anybody? Of course, if you're snoring, yes. In the state of sleep where there is no aham pratyaya, even identification with the physical body is not there, either you are having trouble nor you are giving any trouble to you. Isn't that true? So what is that which actually gives trouble? Aham pratyaya. This मैं ये हूँ, मैं देह हूँ, मैं मन हूँ, मैं वृत्ति हूँ, मैं बुद्धि हूँ. This I am this, I am that. In other words, where you have no identification, that will not cause you trouble at all. When you walk into this room, the chairs are already arranged or not arranged, it's not a trouble to you because you don't bother. Whereas when I come in, hey, Dharandesh, what are you doing? Why did you put the mat on? Why did you chair? Because I get identified. Because the class has to start on time. So when I identify, it causes trouble. Whereas you, vairagyam, you're no trouble. So wherever is our identification, I-ness, there we create a trouble to ourselves. Swami, then why not you also be like that? So we may be not interested here, but when you go home, you told your teenager who's good for nothing, better wash your clothes before when I come back. Same. Wherever it is, he is just like watching it. I told you to do that. Then don't you get identified now? So, karya upadi aham pratyena srishtam. Srishtam upadidam dvaitam jagat vivichyane vibhajya pradashyati. So this way, the world is divided into two parts. Jiva srishti, which is made of aham, ego, identification. Whereas jiva, Ishvara srishti is the world, sun, the moon, the planets, the plants, the animals, all living beings, the beauty of the nature. This is jiva srishti. Ishvara srishti. Asya Dvaita Vivechanasya Kakadanta Parikshanavat Nishprayojanatvam Bharayati. So what is the purpose of this kind of Viveka? What is the purpose? So any kind of such analysis requires some reason or a purpose. Nobody starts to think about something which does not help the person. So this very process of discriminate or differentiating what is Jiva Srishti and what is Ishvara Srishti helps us to give up the Jiva Srishti and enjoy the Ishvara Srishti. That is why Dvaita Viveka. It is not useless. What is useless, I'll tell you? Kakadanta Parikshana. You know what it is? We are very curious to know whether the crow has got a teeth at all or not. It's a Kakadanta Parikshana. Are you interested to know? Go home, catch hold of a crow, open the mouth, find out. Of what use is that? One person is seen caught in between the horns of a buffalo. His head is caught in that. So people think, wow, what happened? I just want to closely see the distance between two horns. I got caught. How useless is this? Waste of time. So don't think that we are going to undertake an analysis which is so useless like a Kakadanta Parikshana. So here it is Kakadanta Parikshanavat Nishprayojanam Varayadi Viveka. Viveke sadi Jiva Ishvara Srishtiyoho Dvaita Yoho Vivechane Krute sadi. When this kind of differentiation between creation of the Lord and creation of the individual being, when it is done, Jivena Purvoktena Heya Parityagaha Bandha. Then only the bondage, self-created bondage, can be given up. Bandha Hetu Dvaitam Sputi Bhaved. What is the cause of this bondage will become clear. Spashtam Shashtatvam Gached. So, Etava Jivena Heyamiti Nischiyate. So, what is to be given up will become very clear. Now, continuing here. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat Mayinam tu maheshwaram Samayi srajati tyahu Shvetashvatarashakinah Mayam tu prakritim vidyat Mayinam tu maheshwaram Samayi sujati tyaguhu Shvetashvatarashakinah. When you take up anything to understand, even in the world of science, you must start with what is already been proved. You don't need to invent the wheel every time. What is already established, from there you start your process of understanding. In the same way, in the Vedanta discussion, what is most importantly taken as authority is Shruti Vakya, what is stated in the scriptures. Because without a pramana, you cannot do the prameya vastu, cannot be understood. What is to be known can be known only when you use the proper means of knowledge. Why do you need to stand there? That's okay. Or keep it open. Put that stop on it. So, pramanam vina prameyam na jnadum shakyate. For example, I'm seeing you. I'm able to see you because I believe in my eyes. What is the color of a particular thing? And you look at it. What is the color of the thing? What is the color of this? Blue, right? Yes, yes. This I keep it for snake and rope things. What is that? White. I believe it's white. Is it white or not? So all of us agree, therefore it must be white only. Not because all of us agree, you know it's white. Let us all agree to be blue. All of you say, let us all agree it is blue. Then it has become blue. Somebody who will come and know, what? What are you people saying? Because you believe in your pramana. What is pramana? Your means of knowledge, eyes. So, for knowing an object, you need the proper means of knowledge. So, the external world, when we see, through the eyes we see, and we believe what we see through the eyes is what is there. Similarly, here, etc., hearing, etc. For knowing the self, or knowing the nature of God, what is the pramana? What is the means of knowledge? The words of those who saw it. And they recorded it as Shruti. It is a knowledge that has been passed on from generation to generation by the means of teaching through, vocally teaching through. That's why it's called Shruti, being heard and passed on. So, Shveta Ashvatara Upanishad, which we are going to deal in the next month in detail, the last portion for a week. We have completed four chapters. No, last two chapters are remaining. October 9th onwards. What is it? Oh, RSVP. Okay. You have to RSVP that. Rasam, Sambar, Vadai, Payasam. So, the Shveta Ashvatara Upanishad clearly says, this creation cannot happen without a power. It's called Maya. Maya antu prakritim viddhi. Oh, what do you mean by that? Let us say at the end of the class, all of you please take the chairs which you sat or next to you. No, I sat in the mat. Doesn't matter. One chair each one of you, take it and put it there. Stack it up. Not now, after the class. Now, when to do that, you need a power. You have to get up, you have to lift and take it and put it there. So you have the ability, the to pick up the chair and put it there. So for even little thing like this, you need power, Shakti. Maya is the power to create the entire universe. Look at the huge mountains and the planets and the galaxies. It's not an accident. It's a creation. Creation means a creative power is there and creative mind is there. It's not an episode, some chaos that is happening here. Only when we go outside this earth, we'll realize how wonderful this thing is. Water, minerals, food, plants, animals. So many things which are taken for granted. It's not just accidentally happened. So this Maya is the Prakriti, the creative power. And the one who wields that power is called Mayin. Mayam tu Prakritim Viddhi, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. Maya is the Prakriti, the power of creation. And Mayin, one who has the Maya, is called Mayin. Mayin. It's like yoga, one who does is called yogin. If you have a mala, you become malin. And the feminine become malini. One who is wearing golden mala, what is she called? Hema malini. So, Mayin, Mayini. So, Mayinam, Maheshwaram Viddhi. Understand, Vidya. Know that one who has this power of creation is called Ishwara, Mayin. Why is it called Maya? Because it is not real. The power to create is true, but what is created is not true. Like a magician can show you something which you see, but actually not there. So he has the power to create something which you will see, but not actually there. Maya Jal. Samayi, that very Ishvara, Samayi, Srijati, he creates. Iti Ahuhu, Shveta Ashvatara Upanishad. So in other religions, God created. All of them agree, all religions agree, God created. Everybody is, okay, God, who the creator of the world. All right. They don't go beyond that. Next question is, an intelligent person will ask, how? If you say, I created it, how? Is it not next question? And you will find most religions cannot answer that. Why? We are not supposed to ask the question. Blasphemy. He created, so what? How did he create? So our rishis cannot make statements unless they are ready to answer it. If you tell a student, intelligent student, God created the universe. Student looks at, oh, how did he create? He had the power to create. As Maya. So, this concept of Maya is specifically connected to this Hinduism or the Vedanta. Vedanta, it is explained what this Maya, etc. So, that is further to be understood as the way Shruti explains about Maya, to be understood very carefully, because it is not something which is real the way you see it. And you slowly understand how this creation is made to see, made to be experienced. Now, let me give you an example. You might have had a dream yesterday evening, yesterday night, or today morning. early morning dream, Swamiji, it comes true. Instead of make-believe. You know, after waking up, that experience that you had during the sleep or dream, even though you experienced, upon waking up, you know, did not happen. Thank God it did not happen. Because many times you wake up with this agitation that I'm in the examination hall where I forgot my answers. I wake up. Thank God I'm a Swami. No more exams for me. Of course, my doctor says you are supposed to go through examination, physical examination. So when did you come to realize that experience is not true? Only upon waking up. Until then, that experience is real. So too, Maya Krida Jagat is real, and that creator of that Maya Krida Jagat is Ishwarana. Now, why I'm saying this is, until you recognize this experience as well as the world that you saw, which is experienced, both are wrong, there's no release for us. Why I'm saying this is because in all religions, world is not considered as false. No religion talks about it. Buddhism denies both creation and the creator, both. If you're denying creation and creator both, then you should have no experience. Did you experience dream or not? Yes or no? Please say yes. Louder, because with the mouth covered, you will not hear. You experienced the dream. While experiencing, it was true or not? Upon waking up, is it true or not? No. That is what is called false. It is not untrue. It is false. Mithya. Whereas Buddhism would say, it didn't happen. Meaning, even the experiences did not happen. Are Baba, I had the experience. You cannot deny that. Therefore, it is not shunyam. Whereas Semitic religions say, it is true. World is true, the experience is true. And therefore, you cannot get out of this unless He wills. Unless God takes you away from it. So therefore, pray. There ends the matter. Whereas Vedanta would say, recognize the fact that what you experienced, the experience itself, both of them, at some point of time of waking up, you will also realize, nobody has to do anything. You yourself will realize what? False tha. Faltu tha. Waste. I unnecessarily thought it is true. So therefore here, it is His creation, His power of creation. Samayi sujriti ityahu Shvedeshvara Shakinaha. Branch of Shvedeshvara Upanishad explains this. Now, it is not one scripture with one Shruti, we take it up and prove it. Here in this Panchadashi chapter 4, this Vidyaranya gives many quotes and saying that it's not from one. Many places we see it. He quotes from Aitareya Upanishad here next you see. Atmava idameva graha. Idam. Okay. Atmava idamagre bhu. Saikshadasruja iti. Sankalpena srujat lokan. Saetaniti budruchaha. Sorry. Saetaniti budruchaha. Atma va idam agre bhu saikshada idam sujati sankalpena sujat lokan sayetanidhi bhakrujaha bhakrujaha. Bhakva actually bhakrujaha. Bahua means Bahua Ruja Vadati. Now, the word here, the statement here in this Shruti is Aitari Upanishad. It is from Rigveda. In this Rigveda Shruti, it said, Agre, in the beginning, Atma eva idam sarvam abhut. Atman alone was there, and he alone had become many by thinking, let me become many. Let me create this world. Atma va idam agre bhut sa ikshata. Srja. Ikshata means he thought. Srja. Let me create. Sankalpena. With that very sankalpa, asrjat. Created lokan. All the worlds. Sa etan lokan asrjat. All these worlds have been created. Idi bahva rucha. This is where the Rig Upanishad, Rigveda says. Amen. He created, we suffer. You should have kept quiet. Is it not true? Why unnecessarily created? Because of which we are suffering. Now the answer to this is, who created your dream? Neighbor, husband, wife, dog. Who created your dream? I. Next question, why? We are capable of creating sorrowful dreams by ourselves. Even though you don't want to become unhappy, but you create it. Swamiji, we didn't create it. Actually, it happens. We don't consciously create our own dream to become more miserable. It happens. Is it not true? Now you see, it is said that Atman alone was there, Agraha. Whenever we take a problem in our daily life also, we want to look at where is the cause of the problem. Correct? What is the cause of the problem? If you go to a doctor, you will say, what is the cause of this problem? Let us analyze and find out. Or if there is any problem with the building, they'll have to find out what is the cause of the problem. When somewhere it is leaking. What? It's not raining. So if it's not raining, it's leaking. Means what? Water line has gone wrong. Or the AC unit is not working, something wrong with that. So they have to find what is the cause of the problem, right? In the same way, if you take the present condition as true, you have to find out what is the cause. So the Shruti, what it does is, if you think the world is created, I have to tell you how it is and why it is. So the discussion on this creation is because of the fact that you have taken this to be true. So having taken world to be true, therefore we need to take up the reason for why this is created. And if you look at the very simple scientific method of thinking is, every effect must have a cause. So Gurudev would say, without the cause, there cannot be any effect. You and I are effects. The world is an effect. So the world of things or beings are effect. There must be a reason or a cause. And usually, cause is before the effect. Think, can the cause be after the effect? Have you attended your parents' marriage? First marriage. You cannot. Why? Because my parents are before me. Have you attended your grandfather's marriage? Cannot be. So me, the effect must be later than the cause. Meaning what? If effect is there, the cause must be before that. If that is the case, let us keep going back. What would be the first cause? That is why it's called agre. In the beginning. Okay, so understood. There must be a starting point for the whole thing. That starting point cannot be an inert matter. The very fact that I am conscious, very fact that I am a conscious living being, the cause of me cannot be a jada, an inert thing. So what it should be? That also a conscious thing. Correct? That also a thing that has awareness, consciousness. So therefore it is said it must be of the nature of Sat, Chit and Anand. That together it's referred as Atman. So therefore, the one which has been the primary cause of the whole thing must be what? Of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss, which is Atman. Therefore it is said, Atma va idam agre abhut. It was alone there. And no creation will take place without thinking. Accidentally it doesn't. Especially as we saw, intelligent creation must have, and the presupposition of that intelligent creation is intelligence. Even if you take a small leaf and open it up and see how intrinsically it is being built to make sure it sustains. Every leaf, every flower, every fruit, everything in this world is created so intelligently there, and you'll wonder, if you don't wonder, they'll wonder why you don't wonder. Every part of our body is so intrinsically manufactured. Do you think it is suddenly somebody did something? So if you look at that, how powerful intelligence work is. If you take your phone also and open up and see what a network is there inside as in this small chip, the little chip, there is so much of information contained. They can store. So therefore, the creation is not an unintelligent expression. It's a very intelligent design. So, but people don't believe in that intelligent design concept. And so that such an intelligent thing to come out, there must be a thought process. Therefore, ikshata, thought, srja, let the creation be. This is one explanation. Okay, let's come to another explanation here. Each one of us are uniquely different from each other, experiencing the world according to our own actions of the past and knowledge. When I look at something or when I do something, there are two things in play. One, knowledge. Second, action. When you're cooking, which your husband has been suffering for a long time, none of us must smile. No, even to take a small action of cooking, you are doing the action based upon what you saw in YouTube. You gained the knowledge somewhere. Somebody taught you, right? You were born with ladle and salt. Even though you did not at that time thought that you need to cook. I am not cooking in my life. But your wife, mom said, better learn, at least for your own survival. He told the son. She told. So even just simple act of cooking, I need to have two things. Action based upon what I have understood, I learned. So each one of us are so unique in this world, experiencing our own world, of our own experience. Everyone is different based upon our own knowledge and our own karma tada jnanam. Yata karma yata shrutam. It is said. Yata karma yata shrutam means jnanam. So every one of us are experiencing the world according to our own knowledge and action. So the variety is not a mere, okay, chalo kuch karenge. No, the Lord had created the world because the jivas have to experience their own actions and knowledge in this created world. So the creation is an opportunity for the jivas to experience their own action and knowledge. So in Hinduism, creation is not a one-time affair, one-time action. No, it's a continuous process. So the creation has begun as a manifestation of the unmanifest. So he is enabling the jivas to evolve through this. Just like if you are working in a company, for example, and you are doing a particular line of job or a particular set of responsibilities are given to you, an intelligent manager of yours will start exploring your potentialities, right? You are doing this, but what you are capable of doing. Now, he will increase your challenges to see whether you can do it or not. I'm talking about intelligent management. So your superior or the boss is, if he is interested to grow, make you grow, because of your growth, the company can grow. Therefore, he will see what you are capable of doing. And then next challenge you will put, okay, are you able to do it? When you are able to do it, next challenge comes. Isn't that true? He would not like you to remain in the same condition. In the same way, jivas have to continuously progress. To where? To reach him. Unfortunately, we get caught up in our own past actions and knowledge, and we neither gain new knowledge, nor we change our way of doing status quo. We never move forward. Creation, therefore, is an opportunity for all the jivas to grow. Yesterday, somebody was telling me, between 1957 to 2022, the human population has grown 3 times. From whatever be the number, 2 billion or something, 8 billion. I don't know what is the actual number now. The growth of, the manifestation of human beings have increased. Meaning what? Janvars, animals, don't have any more place to live. Human beings have become. Your own grandchildren, you will see them. Physically, they are human. Mentally, they are animals. Destroy their video games and all the way they play, they are only on to destroy. But if you take it on the positive side, more human beings are animals means what? Evolution is taking place. From the animal's nature, from the people who we were originally dinosaurs, all of us. Then we have slowly evolved to become human beings, so to say, because Bhagavan is creating an opportunity to grow. From this stage to the next stage is with a big leap. From being a human to spiritual, jivas becoming highly spiritual, that is a leap. Because you have to leave aside what you are to go to the next one which you are unknown. Total transformation. So this opportunity to be given to the jivas to evolve, ikshata sankalpena asurjat etan lokan. With that sankalpa, he created the whole universe. Iti bahva ruchaha. That's what Aitri Upanishad explains. Each one has got a special dimension. First one, the Shvetashvara Upanishad said, it is with the power of creation, Maya, Bhagavan created. Second one, Aitri Upanishad said, why did he create? Or what was there in the beginning? Atma va itam agre asbhut sa ikshata srija iti sankalpena asrijat lokan sa etan iti bahva ruchaha. What's in 9:11 shows? Oh, today is 9:11. Oh, that's what. It's 9 o'clock. What's it? I went back in time or what? So now Ishwarasya, so Atma va idam agre eta idam eveta. Okay, continuing that in Taittiriya Upanishad. Kam vayu agni jvalo vyosha dhyana. So kam vayu agni jalo vyoshadya annadeha kramadamihi sambhuta brahmanastasmat etasmadatmano kilaha Kambhayavagni jalo vyoshadihi annadeha kramadami Bodha brahmanastasma edasmadatmano kilaha. What are this? What is you mean by creation? Kam, space, vayu, air, agnihi, fire, jala, water, and then aushadi, vyoma, urvi, the earth, aushadi is food. Aushadi means plants. Anna, food, dehaha, bodies. Kramad ami. In this succession, the entire creation. From the gross, when you look at it, body. Body is made up of food. Food came from plant. Plant is growing in the earth. Earth is fertile because of water. Water is there because of fire. Fire is because of vayu. Vayu is in space. Space, air, fire, water, earth, plant, food, body. This is the krama. Kramadamihi sambhuta. They all came into being. Brahmanaha tasmat. From Brahman alone. Tasmat Brahmanat. Sasmat. So there is said in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Tasmat va etasmat akasha sambhudaha akashat vayuhu vayo agnihi agnerapah adhya prithvi prithivya oshadaya oshadibhyonnam anna purushah purushonnara samayah. That is how Taittiriya Upanishad they explained. So that is what is put in this form. Sambhura Brahmanaha Tasmat. Etasmat Atmanaha Akilaha. Therefore, all of them came from the original source of Atman, which is otherwise referred as Brahman. From the point of view of the totality, it is Brahman. From the point of view of the individual, it is Atman. We'll explain that in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Dev Namaः. Hari Om.